Alright, hello and welcome back to Stardew Valley. In this case, I've got a brand new character, and I'm playing with the buddy, who is listed in here. For 15 parsnip seeds. Still get the same quests, but we now... I don't know if we share... Alright, so I need to... Good. Yeah, I'm playing with my buddy Jasper. We've done a few multiplayer stuff in the past, but this will be our first time here. He's also streaming. You can go to the @Krasmazik listed in there if you wish to see him, or see it from his perspective or any of the stuff he streams.
It's been a while since I played this. Do you get more money for selling stuff to the shop or just talking to the bin? Or is it the same amount of money?
What'd you say? Also, I just started streaming, so feel free to say hello to my audience.
Hello, everybody. And I was asking if you get the same amount of money for throwing stuff in the bin as you do for selling it at the shop.
I believe they are functionally the same, yes. It's just one is after the day is in, one takes a bit of time.
Also, just as a note, which I'm sure you already know, we do need to prioritize getting the 300 wood.
300 wood for what now?
To fix the bridge at the, near the fish shop.
Ah, yes, that's right. That one's pretty important, yeah. I'll probably still make some storage for the items we're going to be working with in general as well, just because it's a lot easier than lugging it around, especially since this early on we have very, very limited inventory.
You started with parsnips, right?
Yeah, it looks like we each got a set then?
Yep. Trying to remember if the optimal way to do it was to buy a full set of parsnips again as well.
There's a handful of ways to make money early on. I personally like to get a lot of fishing done, but fish doesn't sell as much as the crops, although the crops do take time, while fish is instant cash. Alright, my audience, we are working on the forest map, which means there's going to be a lot of trees going on and regrowing on a regular basis.
Well, I already have some iron ore.
The recipes we get that use it will be very numerous by the end, but early on, most of it will use copper, since that's where the earliest mine gets stuff.
Also, there is a chocolate bar near the museum. My inventory is full, so I can pick it up.
Yeah, I might pick it up since I'm almost completely out of energy. Alright, you said the chocolate bar was near the community center?
The museum. Yeah,
Oh, the
museum.
Okay, I can go there. On that note, do you intend for us to do the community center path or the Jojo Mart path?
Probably community center.
Probably the better option, if we're completely honest. I enjoyed exploring those overgrown fields by myself. It's funny that the NPCs like to talk about how great the Joja Mart's prices are, but if you actually try to buy something from there, you'll quickly find, oh, you have to pay extra for some reason.
That's because you don't have a membership.
Oops, I guess my inventory's full as well. Well, I can do this then. Unfortunately, since I accidentally went through all my energy, I'm gonna have to eat this bar right away. Well, at least now I can plant these parsnips, kind of.
How are you already out of energy?
I was chopping down a bunch of trees. Oh, you're the new farmer boy, aren't you? Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous clothes, you might actually be... Yeah, if you ever start seriously trying to mine the stuff here or chop down the wood, you will get a lot of it pretty quickly, but you'll also run out of energy pretty quick.
You're an actual fox now.
Oh yeah, for people on my end,
With a tail and ears and everything.
Jasper is
Green
using...
hair, though.
Jasper's using a mod for the characters, while I'm not, so ours are going to look a little different.
Also, wow, I did not realize how late it was.
Early on, your regular dailies are going to start eating a lot of your energy, but it costs less energy the higher your skills are in something that you do, and of course, upgrades make it easier in general. Upgrading both of the tools as well as your skills will both make it easier to... And of course, the star drops you can get will also contribute. Strangely, crafting does not cost you anything, however.
Well, neither does using the sickle. Or the scythe, I guess.
Nor does using weapons, and you can in fact use weapons to help. I decided to make a storage here for some of the basic materials we're going to be finding lots of.
I didn't even know you could make storage that early.
Yeah, and get ready, there's going to be a lot of smelting by the end. Oh, I live in a house in the middle of this area. Interesting.
Yep, I made them separate.
Well, that makes sense. I think you can upgrade them separately as well, but though I'd have to check.
And I know you can build your own as well.
Yeah, you can also build others in single player for whatever reason. Either so you can later convert it into a multiplayer mode, or whatever you want, really. I guess in retrospect I should have planted mine a bit sooner, but oh well. In multiplayer, both players are capable of getting married as well. Both to other players as well as to NPCs, so let me know if any particularly strikes your fancy.
Will do.
I put the storage bin near your house, so if you need to store anything before, since our inventory's so limited, you can use that one. And of course, you can put crafting materials and grab crafting materials from there as needed as well.
Wouldn't it be best to sell the maple seeds? Also, don't forget to plant those 2 wild seeds before you go to bed.
Probably not a bad idea, but remember I'm only at 1 energy left. I can't water them.
Well, I had 0 energy, so
We'll have to do it later then, because if you collapse, you get a penalty for the next day. Likewise, if you stay up late, that's fine, but if anything past 2 a.m. will make you get a penalty, so remember 2
yep, I
a.m.
am about to head to bed.
Alright, just making you aware, 2 a.m. is the hard cutoff.
We are halfway to the amount we need for the thing.
Yeah, that's good progress. Willie just got back from the fishing trip, so I'm gonna go do that right away since I am very familiar with the fishing minigame in here. Oh, I found a rusty cog. This'll be rusty spur. I can give this museum. Do you want to donate it, or shall I do that?
What was that? You donated.
Not a problem. I'm just heading into town anyway, since I need to take care of... I need to get that fishing pole right away, since that's how I make money early on in this game. Stardew Valley multiplayer is a lot different from the single player that I've been doing on the other file with the Astral Farm. For this one, since we're doing multiplayer, archaeology, beach. Okay, so we don't see the cutscenes here. We just automatically get the quests added.
And I'm just gonna finish talking to some people.
I'm assuming we share museum progress, and if that's true, just look if any artifacts, as Gunther can tell you more if you donate it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all progress is shared between us.
Alright, we're gonna skip this because... doesn't seem like I have anything to donate to the museum. Better get out there and do some treasure hunting, huh? Excellent. Excellent, we've made quite a bit of progress already.
Yeah, we're about halfway there.
We're a long ways from the recycle machine, so garbage like the soggy newspaper I just found is gonna be that useful.
It can still be sold at least.
I think in the original games it like cost you a recycling fee if you did that. Ooh, okay, looks like I'm getting the fishing pole.
It should be shared between us, isn't it?
Did you just get one?
Yep.
Then yeah, progress is definitely shared, and I'll probably spend most of my energy fishing today just to get that profit. Luckily, the fishing in this game is a lot more simple than it looks on the surface. Fishing is definitely one you want to get your skill in higher when possible, just because that increases the bar you catch the fish with.
Yeah, I think our skill ups are shared between us as well.
In that case, leave the fishing to me.
Well, if I see a bubbly spot, I'm definitely going to go for it.
Oh, by all means, those are gold mines.
And then it vanishes just as I cast.
Oh, flounder. Here we are. Relaxing fishing stream has returned. Basically, everything in this game slowly appears as the days go by. I guess to avoid overwhelming someone with too much at once. These perfects are amazing. Those make it so that we get even more experience. Yeah, if we get a perfect, it boosts the experience gain, as well as a higher rate of rare fish, which of course means sells for more.
I like how apparently you can just eat the fish raw.
Yeah, for some reason you can eat the fish raw in this game, although there are recipes that cook them.
And I think
Oh
I
nice, we
have
already
talked
got
to
a...
most everyone you can talk to at this stage of the game.
Looks like that's on an individual basis, because I'm only counted as having met 6 people right now.
I'm at 22 of 28.
Alright, I'd best to don't drop off all these fish.
Well, you should be able to sell them to the
Oh, the
shop
new
at this stage at least.
spectate. Rivals spark main conversation. I'm Elliot, I live in a little cabin. It's you. Oh, yeah, that's right. He doesn't close until 5, which means I can get the money right away here. So let's do that. Yeah, that was a really nice big boost to our profits.
We'll be very close.
Sadly, you can't even put bait on the starting bamboo pole, though the later ones you unlock can, for sure. And fishing with bait versus without it is night and day. Oh dang, a purple quality fish already. Oh dang, I got our first purple quality fish. Sadly, the shop closed at 5, so I'll have to toss this in the bin, but it's good to have all the same.
And I am basically out of energy.
I'm about at that point myself, but that's fine. We've already gotten at least one level of fishing, which alone increases the bar, making it easier to fish in the future, as well as making actually casting the line take less energy.
And just short of the 300 wood.
Technically, the best time for the beach stuff is in summer and winter, if I remember right, so we have
Yep,
time, but
shells and stuff still form over there.
yeah, stuff still forms over there, so it is worth it. Just as long as you get it before summer, I think we'll still have plenty of time. Now, the thing about multiplayer worth noting is the time does not freeze while I'm in the pause inventory menu, for example, nor when I'm talking to people. So I think about 14 minutes each day starts out is actually a much harder cap than when in single player. Because if you remember when I was playing with Selena in the Astral Farm, I would be able to do quite a bit because time freezes temporarily, but not in this case. Oh, I'm right beneath where the greenhouse is going to be. Seaweed normally doesn't sell for anything worth noting, but I figure I'd sell those just for the, just because it gives something.
I just realized we won't be able to get the pack tomorrow because it'll be Wednesday.
The air is the embodiment of It's Wednesday, my dudes. Be sure to amass as much coal as you can. That's definitely one of those items that you'll never have enough of it, to be blunt.
Well, let me know when you've used up your energy. Well, then again, I can just sit in bed and it won't affect you any.
Alright, for now, we should probably just put the geodes away, because we're ways away from being able to, yeah. And for the record, it's worth checking the TV each day where possible. Ooh, level 1 fishing, good. On that note, I wonder how it's going to handle upgrades at each multiple of 5 levels.
Oh, apparently our fishing and harvesting and stuff isn't combined.
It isn't?
Nope, because I have a level of foraging, but not a fishing.
Oh, huh, I have level 1 fishing. A good luck day. A shame we can't go into the mines or anything like that. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Size 24 backpack. I'm probably gonna fish today.
Crow ate one of your parsnips.
Oh, crap, we need to make a scarecrow. Apparently I don't have the recipe to do that. How frustrating.
Yep, that comes later if I remember right. Oh, it comes with one of the harvesting skills. So you can't actually get it until after the first harvest.
I'd like to check something if that's okay with you.
Go ahead. What are you wanting to check out?
I'm going to give Mayor Lewis a daffodil, and the game keeps track of what gifts you give people and what they think of them. I want to see if it shows up for yours or if it's only in mine.
As long as he doesn't hate daffodils.
I don't know who would, but daffodils are one of my favorite flowers. Alright, now go to Mayor Lewis and see if it lists... Alright, it should be under
Nope.
flowers and forage items. It'll say normal gifts. It doesn't show up on the quick one because that only shows especially liked or loved gifts.
Yep, it doesn't show anything for him.
Oh, well that is mildly disappointing. Well, you can leave the fishing to me, I suppose. Also, it looks like our collections tab is indeed individual and not shared, because I saw you sold one of the river fish, but I did not get that listed for one of my fish. Likewise, I imagine you only have the river fish and none of the ocean fish I caught, like the flounder in there.
Yeah, basically.
Unfortunate, but not exactly unexpected.
I sort of wish if I swung an axe or really anything that takes energy, but it didn't connect with anything that didn't take the energy.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but... Oh hey, I ended up getting some wood from a chest in the fishing. Chests are nice, but in my opinion, it's not worth breaking your back to get them. They can have some pretty good drops in them, to be fair. Like, I've gotten diamonds from them before.
Oh, and there is the wood done.
Excellent, then. We're one step closer. I assume you'll want the chicken coop before you want the barn?
Probably.
Again, this is one of those games you want to go at your own pace with, so don't feel like you need to rush into anything. That said, you might like the the first house upgrade, simply because that gives you access to a kitchen, and cooked foods are always nice. Getting a good amount of flounders, and those are really good since those sell decently well for this early in the game.
Alright, gonna go down and repair the bridge.
You might find me fishing near the shop. I've already helped us get a bit over 2K here, so we're in good shape. How much is it for this first bag upgrade again? 10,000?
2,000.
Oh, nice, then we should be able to get it now, then. Well, tomorrow, since it's Wednesday, my dudes, right now. The carpenter shop and Marnie's shop are also closed on Tuesdays, but that one actually makes sense because they have aerobics class that day. Pierre just plain doesn't feel like working on Wednesdays. Well, I guess everyone needs a break.
There is a shell or something over on the little island you'll want to go grab before you leave.
Or it's just taking a while because I'm so used to bait and using bait on the hook for the other file. Well, won't say no to an easy perfect. So you say it's past the bridge we just repaired, right?
Yep.
Oh yes, that's the old mariner. On rainy days, he sells you the item you... Ah, that's a sea urchin. If you want, we can work towards getting a fish tank, and we can put the sea urchin in there. We can give it
We
a...
can just sell it for now.
Probably a good idea, but you can actually put hats on them. I guess because real-life sea urchins actually do like to put things they find on their heads. That's true, by the way. You can look it up. They like to put stuff on their heads, and so people like to give them hats or something silly like that.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I've linked you a story about that before in the past.
I thought I shared one with you, but I guess it could have been with someone else. I'm a little wary to start fishing in the farm because the farm fishing spots usually have a lot of garbage in them, which is nice if you need those for recycling purposes, but not when you're trying to find a profit. I think it gets better if you get one of the dedicated fishing ones, but I don't really mind. It's not like it's hard to get to the dedicated fishing spots. So speaking of which, I do need to try and get some eels tonight. Some later quests will ask for those, so I definitely need to put those in, get those and put them in storage. They're a night fishing fish, though, so it might be a bit well, night while it's raining, technically, so double whammy to make it difficult. Oh, this might actually be one. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. No, that's just a halibut, darn it. Holy crap, I got an ancient seed. Might not seem like it, that's actually a really, really, really good item. First of all, it's good to donate to the museum, but also, I haven't gotten one in my other file yet, so I'm surprised it came so quickly here. But I guess I can't complain, because ancient fruits are really good. They grow in any season except winter, and give an extremely, extremely valuable item. I may simply save it until we can make seed makers, because getting as many of those as possible would be quite nice. Although I guess in general, I'd say this is one of those games where you want to have at least one of everything stored away, just because you never know when a quest or something asks for one.
Oh, sadly, shaking a whole bunch of trees didn't get me anything.
I guess I should have. I guess I should abandon my fishing and go to bed myself. Some fishing with seasonals, come on. I mean, or both, really, in the case of the,
I forgot you restore energy while sitting in bed.
I believe you, really, single player, I just know you automatically restore all energy unless you're unless you get hit by the 2 AM cutoff or lose all your energy and am forced to end the day that way. Yeah, I'm too close to the 2 AM cutoff. I've got to call it here, I guess. Fishing. Level 2. Excellent, and I can now craft my own bait, although it will be a little while before we can get that.
time to go buy that bag.
Now I genuinely hope that one is shared. Oh nice, it's gonna rain tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about watering. What are you
And I
doing?
will, of course, leave you to water your stuff.
Oh, you watered mine as well, that's why.
No, I said I'll leave you to do that part. I just focused on mine, so I have enough energy for whatever's left of the day.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should really be doing a lot more chopping of wood myself, just because everything we do is going to revolve around that. Wood is one of those materials that never goes out of style.
Alright, I purchased the backpack. So you might want to check to make sure you got the extra space.
Nope. Frustratingly, it would appear that the backpack upgrade is not shared, which is rather frustrating because money is. I guess they wanted to balance out since 2 people means a lot easier to make money. Oh yeah, and for the record, I did confirm that yeah, selling things at the bin is the same as selling it to a shop person. And of course, we're just 100 short, so I'll have to do some. I'll just do some fishing and get it that way.
Well, I'm about to sell some spring onions and whatnot.
If I remember right, the next one is 10,000, which is a little annoying. Check your recipe book, see if you can now make ancient seeds into, well, ancient seeds that you can actually plant.
I am not seeing anything like that. Nope.
May need to stop by the museum at some point.
Alright, if you head to the shop, I'm about to sell a bunch of stuff, so you can check to see if you'll be able to buy the backpack.
Oh, that'd be very appreciated. I'm Carolyn. Been around the general store here. About Abigail. She's the one pale one with purple hair. Oh, I forgot you have to lift it. Yep. Hey, it's Mr. Maw, the new farmer. I'm
And
here.
just 2,000, basically.
Yep, there we go. I got it now. I finally have a half reasonable pack space. Be sure to stop by the museum before you leave, just so we can make sure that, that way we can see if you can collect rewards. Yeah, the ancient seeds are definitely one of the top contenders for something to put in the greenhouse.
Yep, I was able to collect a reward.
Alright, so you're able to get a set of your own ancient seeds?
Yep.
That's wonderful. You can either plant them now since they're year-round, except for winter, or you can wait until we get the greenhouse. Either, it's up to you.
I'm just gonna wait.
Sounds good, I'm gonna do the same, or at least until I can get a seed maker. I swear, some of these ocean fish just plain give up. Not that I'm complaining, easy fish is easy cash after all. Oh, my fishing bar's bigger, which means I've leveled up again. Our skills are separate, that means we can also do our own, for lack of a better term, builds.
I'm pretty sure we'll eventually both end up pretty much similar, at least.
I imagine so, although, remember, just because something's meta, quote-unquote meta, doesn't mean you have to choose it. And do remember, respecking is in fact a thing you can do in this game, so don't worry about choosing wrong. Oh, guess I'm exhausted. This will have to be the last fishing of the day, but it feels nice being able to hold more than like 4 fish. Oh yes, and since you mentioned you liked wild seeds with the forest, I think it's important to mention that wild seeds go off your foraging stat from gathering items and chopping down trees, not your farming stat, which you'd normally expect when it comes to raising seeds.
Well, my foraging is level 2 now.
I need to work on my foraging level a bit more myself, just because it's really behind. Assuming you've been checking out the forest area south, so I'll check out the mountains north of town.
Yeah, I usually go south pretty quickly.
A very smart idea, especially early on in spring. Those spring onions are really good for selling, and that's absolutely it. They don't give you much HP if you eat the health or HP if you eat them. They don't. Nobody likes them as gifts. They're really, and I don't think any recipes really use them unless it uses any vegetable. So yes, sell away. Just moved in, right? Cool. All the places. Why'd you choose Belkin Town? Oh right, the mountains won't be open for a while, and the quarry not even longer after that. How frustrating. I am completely out of materials, I guess. Out of energy, so I guess I just best sell all these fish. I promise I won't fill up our farm with a billion fish ponds like I did on my first playthrough. Grab a drink, and ooh, level 1 foraging. Now I can make some spring wild seeds and a field snack. And level 3 fishing. I can now make crab pots, but we won't be able to get... Those require iron, so we won't have those a while.
Well, those harvester snacks or whatever go for a decent amount of money, it seems, so that's good.
Indeed, they're also pretty easy to make for when we go into the mines. There's also a handful of stuff. Like, if you decide to make crab pots and get, like, snails and periwinkles, you can just turn those into fish dishes, and those will sell for more. Deluxe fishing pole and some bait can attach to it. I won't worry about that until my fishing rank is higher. Farmer, I'd like to apologize broken about your grandpa's old cottage when we first met. It's a really nice house. However, it might need more space. That's why I come in. And like I said, the first upgrade to your house is generally worth it, if only because,
I guess I'll do all the harvesting.
well, that's the thing. Harvesting does count towards the farming levels, so...
And then straight into the bin it goes.
I'll keep one in case a quest requires it. Parsnips are also one of Pam's favorite items if you feel that giving her beer to act as an is too much like acting like an enabler. For his friendship with her, I believe she promises to drink less, although I'm not sure that's actually reflected in the game because I'm not sure it has the actual ability to do that.
If you marry her, she starts drinking more.
You can't marry Pam.
Oh, it's one of the other guys, yeah.
Shane, I believe, yeah, which is funny because he supposedly promises to stop drinking less if you complete a story arc. He actually has a pretty good one, too, or at least in my opinion.
If you complete a story arc, he does stop drinking, but then if you marry him, it just reverts it for some reason. Oh,
It's
that
weird
could
because
be fixed.
yeah, mods can fix it, but it's kind of weird because one of the Room Factory games actually has a character where if you help them get a more healthy lifestyle, they stop accepting candy gifts and other stuff like that, and in return will focus more on actual healthy gifts, which they'll be a lot more happy about. You need a level 2 steel axe to chop the big stumps here, and if a log is on its side, you need a level 3 for that, if I remember right.
Also, I'm going to buy some more parsnips because they're cheap and they get harvested pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, there's a lot stuff that grows very shortly is pretty worthwhile, although I might go for a bit of variety just because I know we need a handful of different crops for the community center. Also, keep in mind there's a handful that give you a certain amount of take a bit to grow and then continue to produce until the end of the season.
Do you want to catch a smallmouth bass? Because there's a quest out there for a smallmouth bass.
Sure, those are, that's in the mountain river, so I can catch those pretty easily for you. Oh right, we haven't unlocked the community center, so I can't check which items we need for the community center. How frustrating. Oh yes, and if you want to befriend people, during Friday nights everyone goes to the bar.
Yep, I'll need to talk to the last few people tonight, I guess.
Yeah, it's in the afternoon, so around 2 to 5 I think is when most people are there. Maybe a bit after. But yeah, that's a good time to meet everyone. Give out some gifts if you want. Like I said, multiplayer players can marry themselves if you wish to go that route, although obviously you won't be able to get someone to do chores for you, or at least no more than they already were if you do that route.
Did you accept that smallmouth bass quest?
Yes, I did. Now I just need to catch one. They're fairly common. It's only the largemouth bass that are rare in this mountain lake, I mean.
Apparently we can both take the quest.
Oh, neat. Then that's double the profits.
You can get them in the river right in town, correct? Or do you have to be outside of town?
I think it has to be in the lakes, either in the forest or in the mountains, but I can check. I'll find out in a moment, actually. I am catching fish in the north mountain area. If you want, you can try and catch them in the river and see.
Wow, that fish was a big one.
Oh, a largemouth bass. Not for the quest, but they sell for a good amount.
Well, unfortunately, it was one of those instantly jumps up straight to the top of it and then straight to the bottom.
Yeah, with those, you need higher level fishing because the bar is bigger.
Yep, so that was a big old nothing.
Oh, dang, I'm getting a lot of largemouth bass, ironically. So yeah, the mountain here is where I want to be.
I'm pretty sure I caught smallmouth bass in the river just below the house.
They might be classified together. I know they're both for freshwater fish. I sure am getting a lot of carp. And again, sheesh, that's a lot of largemouth bass. Oh, broken glasses. Those are actually really valuable once we get a recycle machine, since refined quartz are pretty used in a lot of recipes.
I'm getting a lot of chubs.
Them and carp are the most common you'll be running into. And bullhead. I think you may be right. I may need to try my luck in the river.
It's funny because the very first fish I caught was a smallmouth bass on the first day. Or, well, technically the second day, but you know.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I say this is one of those games where you want to save at least one of everything. Then we're going to unlock the community center in a little bit, and at that point you basically do need one of most things. Oh crap, that one's bouncing about. Weird, the Joja Colas that people apparently throw out are still full of soda in them, since you can drink them for a tiny boost to energy. Sam does like them, but since they're considered trash, everyone else hates them. Whoa, 20 bait. That's pretty good for this early on. I got a smallmouth bass in the river, so I just need to head over to Demetrius. Assuming he's still open. Oh, is that smallmouth bass requested? It looks perfect. Here's your payment. There we are. 150 gold, not bad. Each month ends on the 28th for the record, so... So yeah, be sure to do that. Use that when doing the